Okay, hello, back again. I am. But it took me a while actually because the book fair in Bologna happened, and after that, Easter happened, and I was pretty much sick all the time. Not all the time, but right after the book fair in Bologna, I got completely wrecked. But now I feel better, and it only took 1 week to get fit again, and I'm back to work. And I just saw it recently happened that we are now 1,000 subscribers. Woo! And I really can't believe this because at the beginning, when I started out making these videos, I never really thought that I could, I don't know, put out regular or videos on a regular basis. But well, it's not super often, but I try to load up a video as often as I can. And here we are again. And because of this special day slash 1,000 subscriber party, I'm gonna load up 2 videos. So this video is going to be about 10 things I've learned since I'm working as a freelance illustrator. And the other video will be an unboxing video, but more about this later. Okay, let's do this. So I've made a little list about all the things that I want to say that I've learned. I'm pretty sure that there's like, I don't know, heaps more of lessons I've learned so far, but okay. The first thing I've learned is that it's super important to never give up. Because if you fall off the track too early, you will never learn enough that you need to know to become what you want to be. Does this make any sense? I really hope so. Like, I mean, of course, you know, it takes time, and that's my second thing I've learned. It really takes a lot of time to get into the industry. And the reason for that is simply those book fairs slash the publishers that are sitting there and making new contracts every time and meeting new people every time. They will only remember you if you come back again and again and again. And I think I've never really met someone who got in immediately, even though their work was really good. What else? Yes, which I've already said a few times, I guess. I can't say it often enough. Learn about the industry as much and as good as you can. Because publishers really know exactly what they want to have in their program. And if you don't fit in, then that's not because your illustrations are bad or anything like that. They just know what's sellable and what not. So if you want to become an illustrator whose style is sellable, and I mean sellable in a way of regular and not only, I don't know, 1 or 2 books a year, if that's fine for you, then that's of course great as well. But for me, I was like, okay, I really want to live off that. So I need to have a style that is sellable more times than that. And yes, for this, you need to learn the industry and you need to learn what publishers are looking for. And if you haven't watched my video about what to put into your portfolio, then watch it, because in this I will tell you a little bit about what's important to draw and put into your portfolio, of course. What else? Find publishers you fit in. I think every one of us has a certain taste, and also when it comes to books. And when I look into my bookshelf, I really see many books of the same publishers always. And this also shows me what I like, but also a little bit of what I actually do, because I do what I like and I buy what I like to see. So if this makes sense, but I hope you get the idea. Yes, so find publishers where you think you really might fit in. This would help a lot. And then concentrate on those publishers and contact them and go to their stand at the book fair and just try to get in contact. Next point. Also regarding to getting in contact, it's quite important to be an outgoing person. And I know this is very hard for many of us, me including me, myself and because we are illustrators. We like to sit in our homes, nice and cozy, and we don't like, not every one of us, of course. My dog is barking. But many of us really like to just work in their little, safe cave and don't have contact to many others most of the time. But for those days when you are at the book fair, try to forget about this whole cave thing. Try to be as outgoing as you can. Talk to other illustrators when you're waiting in line for those illustrator meetings. And smile when you're talking to those people. Normally that's not the publisher over boss, it's like the how do you call them, art directors, or sometimes not even the art directors are sitting there, but still it's so important that they see your name, maybe even, and they remember, hey, she was or he was a really, really nice and smiling person. And who do we all want to work with? Of course, with nice and positive people. So smile like this. And yes, try to act as if you were outgoing. That's what I do, even though I really feel like I want to run away and scream and just throw everything away from me. But in the end, those people you are talking to are all really, really nice and sweet. And I think, of course, there's like everywhere this one person who's a little bit of an. But most of them are really, really nice. Like, really, the majority of those people I've been talking to are really nice. So what else? Always work on your portfolio. Yes, if you have a little bit of spare time, work on your portfolio, load it up on your website or your Instagram or wherever. If someone sees this particular work, it might be ending up in a job. And this is actually what happened to me. Like the other day, it's already a few months ago, I loaded up a new picture on my Instagram account. And an art director who I already know saw this post, and she was like immediately, because she was working on a project, and she was immediately thinking, hey, this style could fit completely perfectly into this particular project she was working on. So yeah, and she texted me right after that, and this was pretty amazing cool. So work on your portfolio, do stuff, load it up, Instagram, homepage, wherever you're online or loading up stuff, and go. Next thing, go to book fairs. Book fairs are the place to be when you're an illustrator. And like for me, for example, I think the book fair in Bologna is the best book fair I can go to, even though the one in Frankfurt is really nice as well, and it's also around the corner for me. But I think Bologna is really different, because in Bologna people are really relaxed and they really have time to talk to you. And yes, I don't know, it's this kind of special atmosphere there. I can't really tell you what exactly it is about this. Maybe it's the fresh air of Bologna, or the good food everyone's eating, or the wine everyone's drinking. I don't know, but it's true. If you can, go to Bologna Book Fair, and yes, because it's a children's book book fair. So it's for us children's book illustrators, it's really important to go. Yeah. And then another thing I've learned, which is really important, is don't work for free. Even though someone tells you that this might be a good way to show off your work, and any reason is not a reason for you to work for free, because this is something you want to do for a living. And if you start to work for free, people will be like, nice, so also other people will work for free. So if this person is working this time for free, maybe she's not going to work for free the next time, so then we can ask someone else who's working for free. And that's just not good. Not for anyone. Because it really, and you'll get to that when you're already a little bit into this kind of business thingy, but it just doesn't feel good to work for no or not enough money, because then you're sitting there and you're always, or for me it was like that, you were always thinking about, oh, okay, damn it, so right now I'm at the point that I'm not really getting paid anymore, but there's so much more work to do. So make sure to really get the right prices. There are many platforms out there and information sites and whatever. Try to contact other local illustrators or any who's already a little bit more into the business, and just ask them if the price is okay or if it's not. And yes, make sure that you're not underpaid, because that's bad for every one of us. It's like a big chain, you know, like everyone's then like, ooh, illustration is getting cheaper and cheaper, which is actually really happening. But this can't be, because at some point we all will be working for, I don't know, we will be working our asses off and not really getting paid enough. And that's not a good thing. Next. And this has also to do with this last point. And it's about learning how to create contracts. Do you hear that properly? It's important that you learn how to actually write contracts. And well, if you don't have an agent, of course, because if you have an agent, then they will kind of figure everything out. But it's also important that you know how to do it. And for that, I can show you a book that's pretty nice. So I'll get this book for you. Can you read it? Yes, this is a book I bought a while ago, and I really like it, because there's like even example forms in there, and you can really learn a lot when you're reading this. So get this book if you're not really sure about any contract stuff. Contracts are really important. Yes, they are. And what else? Last but not least, keep in touch with other illustrators. This also has to do, as I said before, with this pricing thing and contracting thing and everything else. Something you might not know, someone else might know already, and maybe even someone around your corner and you don't know about him. So I think in every, or at least in Germany, it's like that. In every city there is some illustration group, and they're making regular meetings, like once every month. And that's a pretty good thing, because then you can really share experiences and talk about pricing and contracts and how to handle